Alright, it's that time. So yeah, we're going to be playing Contra Hardcore today. I've only played this game for a couple minutes. Of all the Contras, this is the one I had the least experience with. And of the Contras, I think it has the most mechanics up to this point. Because they added a slide, you have dedicated weapons, and you have 4 different characters you can play as. So we've played all the others as the vanilla, first person you could pick, which has just been player 1. But in this, we're going to continue on. We'll play Ray. Just keep it vanilla and keep it consistent. So that's how we're gonna do it. If we beat it, then I think I'll swap characters. So there are 3 other characters. I honestly can't remember their names. We can take a quick look when I start it up here. But there's a lady, a wolf, and a robot. So you can put your votes in, and we'll see what comes up. So check that out. I was saying a little bit before the stream as well that we have a poll up. I'm going to do an RPG series, and I've got a straw poll on the website, or a link to the straw poll on the website and on the Facebook page to go check that out and vote for which RPG series is going to happen first. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. It's definitely worth your time if you like RPGs and you want to see a specific one. I've got some good stuff on there. I'm not doing Final Fantasy. I'm not putting that in, but that's it. Yeah, yep. Sheena, I think, is the name for the lady. But yeah, so go check that out. Go vote. Right now, it's a 3-way tie. So you can make it a 4-way tie if you want to be saucy, or go and see if you can break the tie. I'll be looking at that even after I've started recording some of these. I'm gonna leave that poll up so people can continually vote on it. I may add a couple other RPGs to it, like Paper Mario and some things like that. That's kind of and change it and update a little bit, but for the most part, I'm going to keep referring to that, so once I finish one series, then I'll go to the next. And the update schedule has officially gone to Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday being the live stream. I'm going to try and keep Tuesday as being games and Thursday as being modifications and repairs. So I've got this last week, I did the first part of a Dreamcast piggyback BIOS mod, and then next week is going to be the second part of that. I have actually got some more lighting equipment, so keep watching those. The lighting's okay, but that is going to do nothing but get better as well. And yeah, so if you haven't, like, follow the channel, and let's jump into some hardcore. This is the one I have the least experience with. This will be interesting. No, we're gonna go with Ray. So I love the aesthetic of this game. In fact, it may be my favorite aesthetic of these games. But it also has the most mechanics, so it's gonna take some real getting used to on my part. I love the intro, and that's almost as much of this as I've played. I have not played much of this game. Of all of them, this is the one that I've played the least by a very large margin, and I'm not sure what just hit me. I literally have no idea what just hit me. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, there's so much going on the screen. It's kind of hard to tell what in the world is actually happening. But yeah, that's the thing. That guy dies easily. That guy was just for show. That's it. He was just for show. So there is a slide, and I was talking about this before the stream a little bit. I am not good with slides. I don't know what it is, but I have an immense amount of trouble with games that ask me to slide, and actually pulling off the slide in a moment that I need to. So that might make this a little more interesting than it has to be. Okay, well, I need to see what the length of the slide actually is, because I know it's important. I know you're invincible in it. I did do a little bit of research into the mechanics of this game because I know that up to this point it has the most mechanics. That's fine. I love how the guy just picks up a car and throws it at you. That's awesome. I don't know if he does it more than once. I guess we won't find out. I kind of like the fact that the weapons are set in this, and you can just swap back and forth between them. I'm not sure how good that actually is, and homing still doesn't do any damage to speak of, but you know, it's a nice crutch. Let's lean on the crutch. Alright, this is officially as far as I've gotten. I have not played this far enough to actually beat him, so yeah, that should be interesting. Not have him jump on my face. You know, I should probably be sliding under this stuff, but, you know, I'm not. So, what, use the mechanics of the game? No. Whoa, buddy. Calm down. I thought I jumped in time there. Well, that was quick work. That was quick work of me. Sure, yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll play it one player. Still gonna be playing Ray. So the different characters apparently have different slide speeds. They have different weapons. Like Wolf, what is it, Fang? Yeah, Fang. Fang does more damage than anyone else, but tends to have short range. Sheena has less oomph, but has a longer slide. I think she's a little bit faster. And then the robot Brownie is, he's short, but he's got a lot of utility and does decent damage. And then Ray's kind of, you know, the standard well-rounded. So, man, the machine gun does a lot more damage. Oh, there's something else I forgot. So, if you hit fire and weapon select at the same time, you change between two stances for shooting. And shot 1 is just free roam. And then shot 2 is while you're firing, you are stationary. So, yeah. That's the thing. I did not press forward there. This controller I'm using is good. It's new, but it is the directional buttons are really sensitive on it. Don't know why I didn't jump up. Oh, this is... I'm just being an idiot here. This guy is cleaning my clock. Mostly because I'm just standing there and watching him as he shoots me. Yeah, let's stop doing that, I guess. Let's stop doing that. I love this robot, though. I might get tired of seeing this scene, but... You know, the funny thing is, the first time that I got to that boss, I did beat the first form, so... First time, beat the first 4, but it's cleaning my clock now. That's sort of sad. I thought I was in shot 2, not shot 1 there. So that actually, that was lucky. Give me that. Sure, we'll go with spread. I mean, why not? That was just dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Alright. Let me redeem myself here. Ha ha ha. I wonder if he can shoot you when you're ducking. It looks like not. Yeah, let's not be there. That seems like a bad place to be. I mean, okay. I was actually pressing down there with all of my might. Did not. When I said really sensitive, I did mean that this controller is really sensitive. It's brand spanking new. And if you press forward and up a little bit, you jump. Or rather, you stand, not jump. This game does not have up and jump. Alright, now I'm actually in shot 2 mode, which is what I intended to be the first time. So, yeah, about that. So I did actually mean to slide the other way. But hey, you know, I'm not gonna... I guess we'll learn from our lessons here, huh? And not do this stupid thing. So if you're on the edge here on these things and they swing down, they'll actually kill you. You fall off. And I did discover that on another playthrough, on one of my first. So yeah, that is actually a thing, and it's really unfortunate. And I'm all in for that. If he's just gonna let me. If he's just gonna let me. Gotta make sure that I'm really holding down when I'm trying to duck here. Else he's gonna. That's gonna make life very difficult. All right, here's we goes. Let's see if we can. Okay. Okay. I guess you have to slide under that or die. On the low one. I don't know. I thought I could jump over that dash, but maybe I have to slide under that too. I know there are definitely some attacks in this game that you have to slide or you die. There's no if, and, or but about it. It is do this or done. And I don't know what they are. So, I did do a little research, as I said, for mechanics, but I didn't look into, you know, what attacks did what. Right. Oh, that's kind of cute. The fact that I don't know whether he'll actually throw the car at you. Okay, no. So he just throws the car right at the middle, no matter what you do. Okay, that's kind of nice. We'll get more of these. Swap back here, and that's actually fine. I was hoping if you just go straight for it and jump, that it will make it, and it looks like it does. Isn't that nice? Aren't they being nice to us? Yeah, right. A Contra game being nice to you. That's it. Thing! Ooh. I'm just gonna keep holding duck for all that I'm worth. Yeah, you can see there where I walked forward a little bit. That was a full down on the controller, and I walked forward a little bit. So that is going to make life a little bit more interesting. Alright, so Alright, so sliding is the way to go here, isn't it? Which, as I said, sliding is not something that I'm good at. Alright, I know that there's a stage split here, and you can choose to go to stage 1 or stage A or B. Do you have a preference? If you have a preference, let me know. Go after Deadeye Joe or rescue the research center. Alright, we're gonna rescue the research center. I waited. Man, is this game PG? Is that legit? The Air Police. That's pretty funny. And they're labeled as the bad guys. Okay. I mean, yeah. Whoa! Okay, yeah, no, I saw that one coming. I mean, I saw it coming. It didn't do me any good. But I did technically see it coming. Oh, sweet. So you just blow the guys who are jumping there. You just blow them up, and it will deal damage to the tank. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a nice mechanic. Doesn't help me at all, but oh, this guy. Goody. I wonder if we're still good to deal with him the way we did last time. Okay, so he's actually way more palatable than he was in... Oh, no. No, he's not. He's got a rocket towards me, right? I mean, he has to do that at some point here. I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't know what should be hitting me and what shouldn't be. But, okay. If they're gonna be friendly like that, I guess I'll... Oh, God. That didn't take long, did it? Yeah, I haven't had to swap between shot 1 and shot 2 yet, and that definitely got me right there. So, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, it's going to be really old if we have to go through this cutscene every time. I'm really... I wonder if you can, my timing on when those are actually firing is off pretty hard. Pretty hardcore, bro. Oh, be here all week. Yeah, about that. I mean, this guy seems like kind of like a ponce. It just kind of doesn't do too much. I think I just missed on that entire last cycle. Yeah, I think I did on that one too. Maybe not as much as I thought, but yeah, okay, it's fine. I still feel like he should. I still feel like he should be doing some like dash straight forward like that, but it's not hitting me. Yeah, I don't know. Has Contra gone soft? I mean, it doesn't feel like it since it's killing me left and right anyway, but I don't know. Is that... I think I'm in a relative safe spot where I was. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not sure where we took one there. It looks like we probably should have taken a punch. Every single one of those fireballs that missed me should have hit that ship. But, you know, whatever. Sure, we'll keep homing because I don't know what we're up against and what's going to happen. So it seems like mitigating some of my aiming. Dude, was that guy just doing the Wily laugh? Did we just rescue Dr. Wily? That'd be awesome. Yeah, that's really what's going on here. That's really what's going on here. Everyone that we're releasing and we're helping is actually the protagonists and the bad guys in all of the Mega Man games, and they're just, we're just making it harder. We're just making it harder for all the other companies. All the other companies' protagonists. Am I going up? Is that what I'm doing here? Oh, you're climbing this. Okay. Right, yeah. Climbing stuff. Whoopsies. I probably should have kept firing there, huh? Okay. Whoa. Okay, well, I haven't seen that one yet. Still gonna stay on this because I feel like this is the best for not knowing what's going on, but one of the others is going to do more damage and be more useful. He's too late for what? For catching Joe or whatever his name is. Oh, well, this should be good. So, okay, that's one attack. I wonder what his actual. Okay, so I need to just get out of the way for his ground. And you can do that. Okay, well, we learned a couple attacks. That's a start. So stay on the corners with that guy. Fair enough. So even though this is, you know, going infinitely poorer than the other three did, which is saying something, I still like this a lot. Like just the little when I got the cart and I tested it, I really liked it, even though what is it with me and just dying the dumbest deaths in the first level like that? Like, you know, we're gonna reset on that one. We're gonna reset that one. That was just dumb. Let's actually get a fresh start here. But yeah, there's something about There's something about the look and the feel of this game that I really like. I really want to get good at it. Really want to get good at it. Oh, that reminds me. So next week, we will be starting a new series for Getting Good, and we will be doing Contra. We will be doing Castlevania. So just that's gonna be the next thing. So just be aware of that. That is actually that's actually gonna be the next thing. Okay. So the different shots in this are a little bit interesting and a little bit rough, because while you're holding down the fire button, if you tap the whoops, I didn't mean to do that, but sure. If you tap the other button, then that delay got me. If you tap the the weapon switch button while you're firing, then it does then it swaps to shot 2. So I keep wanting to like be holding down the fire button and then changing, and I can't. And it's kind of I don't know. I kind of wish I'm using a 6-button controller. So, and you can just hit any of the other buttons for the 6-button controller to swap. So to swap between shot 1 and shot 2, and that's all fine and dandy. But I kind of wish that if you would been playing with a 6-button controller, that you could turn that feature off. I don't know how. Let's see, spread was really good, but let's just use this just to make sure that this goes as smoothly as possible. Okay. Yeah. It's a thing. I like the city on fire in the background, though. Like the graphical presentation in this game. I don't know. It feels really, really sweet. That's so frustrating, I cannot describe. No, duck! Okay, that is really frustrating. So apparently, if you're in shot mode 2 and you press down, you don't duck while you're shooting, you just shoot the floor. That's problematic. We really need to be facing this way, because that's the way we're gonna have to. Alright, face left. There we go. Good little Contra dude. Good little Contra dude. Man, this guy's a putz. I do like the fact that, well, I mean, I don't know, is this guy just, like, too easy because you just slide and dodge what he's doing, or is that actually pretty good? Let's just shoot these down real fast, and we'll go back to that. Yeah, okay. So let's go back to shot 1, because I don't like the fact that I can't duck when I'm in shot 2. That's really not good. That's not good for my health. Man, this not being able to duck nonsense is really starting to get on my nerves. He's gonna jump on my head. What is it? Oh, it's down and right specifically that is. So if I hold down and left, he doesn't, I'm not having any trouble with that. I probably should have been dead there. But, you know what, I'm gonna take what I can get here. I need to not get tilted by that, because it is really, really frustrating, but getting tilted by it is just not gonna do me any good. I just need to be very, very, very clearly holding a direction down when I slide. But one game over, that's or one continue, that's better than it was last time. So we'll I guess we'll continue on and go to the research center each time, because until we beat this path, and then if we manage to beat the game, then we'll swap to go to a different character, and we'll go to a different sequence of levels. I think that'll be the thing. Alright, so shot 2 was actually really good here. I always get hit by one of those, don't I? Always get hit by one of those. So we'll just have to actually dodge them. What a concept. What a concept. Huh. Yeah, this cutscene each time is a little bit egregious. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but whatever. Actually, it looks like if I just fire forward and ignore everything else and only watch... No. That's really annoying that you can just jump down. But whatever. Didn't end up mattering that much, but yeah. Okay, so we definitely want shot 2. Oh, that's why. If you've got shot 2, I don't think you actually can jump straight down. Wow, I wish I'd known that, but it's what it is. I kind of want to find out whether you can, okay, that did hit me. That's weird. I don't have a sense for where that's going, because it hasn't hit me yet. So, bottom line, jump every single time I see that. Okay. I'm good with that. Here. Yep. That guy just always pops out and kills me. So, I wonder if there's a place you can stand there where you're not in the line of fire for any of the turrets on it, and you're not in the line of fire for the flame, because that's kind of rough. That's kind of rough. I do like the fact that you take this down by hitting it with its own guys. Like, that's kind of... And it rewards you for doing it really smoothly, too, that's kind of nice. Like, the fact that you get rewarded for, well, not being a moron, but, you know. That's definitely a thing. Alright, so that was way better. And you just need to jump every time that he does that. And it seems like if I do that, then it's not even an issue. Alright, so I think that with this, I don't know. I mean, that's fine. Like, I think that's the best thing that it can do. is the flame stream, because then I can just sit there and do a whole ton of damage to it. So that's kind of good. Starting to figure out that mid-boss. Figured out the first tank in this level, and I guess we'll just stay with the homing, like I was saying last time, with the same logic as last time, where not knowing exactly what's going on. And those guys take so many hits, they should just run straight at you. One of them's bound to get you. These guys take so much damage, though. Well, I think that the homing shot's just really, really weak, too, but it's fine. What if you just you just automatically jump there. That's going to hit my tootsies and be unpleasant if I don't dodge. That's the official term, tootsies. Yep. Oh. Alright, so for this, let's see if we can get up top and not take as much damage. I mean, I have to assume that those arms do damage, but at least this way. Okay, so still can't hit this stuff yet. So my guess is, yeah, when it becomes a, I feel like, man, is this just a sweet spot? That feels kind of bad if it is. Okay, so no, it is not a sweet spot. I should be using something probably that does a little bit more damage than this. I'm assuming he's going to throw these at me now, right? Or that. What the? Okay. I don't know what he's doing now, but okay, cool. So, yeah, I don't know what that was about, but I'll take it, I guess. Oh, that was actually the final boss. Okay, so that's stand in that sweet spot and blow everything else up. I can handle that. It's not bad. Stage 3. Now remember, Stage 3 or Stage 4 has been my wall in all of the others. So, you know, if we're sticking to it here, then okay, that's interesting. Oh, this is kind of cool. I kind of like this. That's a neat level. Very Mad Max right now. I mean, that's right. Okay, and now we're gonna be. Oh, there are guys there. I thought they were just explosions. I was like, what's going on here? Let's turn off shot 2. Okay, that was a thing. Gee, yeah. Thanks for the vote of confidence there. That's fine. I'm comfortable with being walled. I'm used to it at this point. I mean, if they're just gonna, okay, I could lose track of where I am too. That's a very real thing. Okay, so shooting them while they're in the body does not do any damage to them. I didn't realize that. So that's a thing. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, you know, that's what we're here for. These guys are really obnoxious. They're not as bad as flea men, though. At least. We'll get to see flea men next week. So it looked like, actually, this is just a safe spot. I mean, they didn't have anyone jump at me for it. Looks like this guy is going to, though. Yeah, okay. I do really like in this game how they use the backgrounds a lot more than they did in the other Contras. I like the feel of that. Okay, I'll take that. So Drumble, is there a better path then for an attempted first run than the path I've taken, or am I just taking the path of most resistance? I mean, I kind of feel like if given a choice, I'd like to take the path of most resistance. That Raven's gonna kill me somehow. It's a Contra game. I mean, there's got to be a way that thing kills me. Okay, that's a big thing that I don't know what it. Okay, that's what it does. I guess I should have guessed that. Okay. I wonder if you should be dodging that, or whether you should be... I guess you should be sliding that. For the most part, it seems like... I guess it feels like when you can slide to dodge things, you should probably be sliding instead of jumping in this game, because I feel like I haven't exactly gotten punished for jumping, but it definitely has been one of those things where if I slide, it seems like it's offered me a lot more likelihood to survive. The other thing is, I've noticed on, like, this stage, and I don't know whether there's... I've gone to that guy twice now. That's kind of unacceptable for me. Like, I should have learned not to do that. Really? It just clipped my head? Yeah, let's... well, we'll just keep going. I feel like if you slide, then you're much less likely to die. And I forgot that you do damage when you slide. I did actually know that. And I should be jumping up there to deal with those guys, not taking them onto the ground. But yeah, the way there are, like, all the explosions on the screen, like, I did not see that shot until it was literally in my face, just because of the explosions. Oh yeah, well, that feels, I mean, you know, if I were just trying to beat the game, then that does seem like it would be a good thing, but that seems like it's kind of... that's a bad place for me to be in. That's also a bad place for me to be in. Let's move. Let's get out of there. Might as well force myself to start learning the slide right now. Like, what? First level, let's just get that out of the way, because that's definitely a thing that I should be doing more. So let's may make the beginning here a little bit rougher, but if I force it, then when it gets a little bit rougher later, I'll be way more used to it. I think I'm in line for the eye here. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I'm perfectly in line for the diagonal too. So. Woohoo! Yeah, about that. The fact that those swing you off just straight towards the bottom of the screen and it kills you, I don't like that. I get it. You know, it's meant to be harder, but I don't know. It feels bad. It feels kind of bad. Alright. least I'm close enough to get some of the doubles in there. Yep. Alright. That's got that. Unfortunately, in doing research here, I did discover that yeah, that was what I was kind of afraid of. In doing the little bit of research I did for the mechanics on this, I did discover that this guy, on his first swing, he doesn't hit you when the top flies off the first time, so you can just get a bunch of free ships. Yeah, I'm totally open to tips. I mean, by all means, if I can execute it or not is a different question, but this is, I mean, I'm playing this to get good, but I'm playing it to get good for you guys, so you can laugh at me and my failures, so you could give me tips to make it easier to see more success, or, you know, you can troll me a bit and get to see more failure, and it should be pretty funny. You can take whichever path you like. Alright. I did not mean to jump there. I moved and jumped and just didn't... Yeah, that was just me making a solid execution mistake. Oh well. Not the worst. Oh really? Oh, that's cool. Well, that's really good to know. What's the worst thing that happens? We take one more death to add to the many? I mean, at a certain point here, mechanically in the game, I should just be able to stack up all of my old bodies and use them as bunkers and just let them take the shots, right? I mean, that's totally a thing. It's the Japanese version where you actually get 3 lives, right? Isn't that the difference between the Japan release and the US release? They just made the Nintendo, I mean the American release harder for no real reason, I think. I seem to remember that, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay. What the? What just happened? The guy can kill you in his death animation? Oh no, that's horrible. That's it. Yeah. I thought that was the case. Yeah, that's right. We're playing this on hard mode. That's my excuse. It's not much of an excuse, but it'll have to do in this case. So I think I got like a little bit too close to the missile last time, so I didn't have, you know, I'd like a little bit of opportunity to react to that, because if it's just gonna fire straight up my backside, then my reaction times on these games are not as good as they used to be when I was younger. And they've gotten pretty bad. Which I guess is something that I haven't talked about for a while. So, I mean, I have talked about the fact that I played mostly Super Nintendo because that's mostly what my friends had. And I played a lot of the old games. But a lot of these old games, I never really got the chance to play a lot. I just got a chance to, you know, play them for short periods of time, and then I had to stop. So I never really had a chance to get practiced at most of them until I hit my mid-teens. So, learning these things has been kind of an interesting process, just because I didn't get to practice these a lot as a kid, and when you're a kid, that's kind of when you get, you know, if you played these as a kid and got really good at them, then you kind of, you know, you've gotten muscle memory down. And I'm not horrible at them, but I mean, clearly I'm not that good at them either. I mean, I'm okay, but, and I could be fine at them, but I'm learning a lot of the muscle memory now as an adult rather than as a child, so, and it takes longer to learn this stuff. It's kind of an interesting thing. So a lot of the games I played, you know, reasonable amount of SNES, but then, and I always liked, you know, I don't even know why I'm messing with these guys. I should just, if I just sprint through this and go up here, that's way better. But I love the fact that I can just fire that up and it hits them. I don't know why I love that, but I do. I'm sticking to it. I guess I'll pick this one because I think this does the most damage. I don't know. I don't know if it does or not, but I feel like it does. I feel like it does more damage. If it'll hit, yeah, okay, it does hit. Good. But anyway, so yeah, actually getting here and playing these things is it's an interesting experiment in learning this stuff a little bit later. Oh, I forgot that I was in shot 2. I've got to remember that. I got to get better at that. That's something that learning to swap between the two shot modes is still not something that that I'm very good at, and that is wrecking me right now. That's definitely one of the things that's hurting a lot. So yeah. But anyway, so where I'm going with all that is a lot of this stuff is learning the muscle memory and learning the reactions to them. It's kind of interesting for, you know, playing the stuff that I have played, and now playing you know, games that either I've played once or only a couple times or what have you. The difference is pretty dramatic. Alright, so the goal this time is to not just stand in front of the other jerk until I die. Is to actually, you know, dodge some of this stuff. Whatever that is. Okay. These guys are really obnoxious. I probably should be following my advice that I gave myself. A little duck, okay, or walk. That I guess also works. It doesn't really work. Okay. So does he just jump up in set places, or... Okay, that works well. So as long as he's not doing the... Okay, I guess I could walk into that one, couldn't I? Okay, and I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to stand right in the wrong spot and just get slapped by that tail. But I didn't know he didn't jump the whole distance. Now I know that, so at least I can kind of... dodge that. Alright, these guys, not that big a deal. Let's swap real fast while I can. Make sure I get those guys. Okay. So now there's these twerps. Twerps with a capital T. Yeah, that, when I'm hitting down and right to just a hair, it is just straight up walking forward, so gotta be more aware of that, more cognizant of it. Progress is okay. We're getting places a little bit faster, so you can judge for yourself whether you think that that's a good thing or a bad thing, but so I've learned that all I need to do is watch the tail here. So I don't know what he does after this, though, which is, I mean, I know that he goes down and pops up, so I don't know whether this is just a cycle where he's going to do... Okay, so he is just going to do that. And then if all he's going to do is the tail slap again, and if that's all we're looking at, then that's not the worst. I can just get it. Okay, alright. Yeah, it is kind of funny when the Japanese versions are easier than the US releases. Speaking of which, you'd probably appreciate this. I just I don't know what just hit me. I need to duck here though. I should have been firing for a little bit longer than that, but. Okay. I did just pick up a copy of Terranigma. I found one. I don't care about CIB, so I found cartridge only, and cartridge only English PAL. That was dumb. Cartridge only English PAL, and it. I am super excited to play that. I went on a real hunt for it because of the RPG run, and there is one vote for the Soul Blazer series, so that's kind of exciting. And I'll go back to that. If you look on my website and on the okay, where's this guy going? What am I doing? Spot here, or I could be in a good spot. That's okay. Yeah, it should have slid. Okay, well, that's interesting. Anyway, if you go to the website or you go to the Facebook page, both of which are linked below here, then you should go check out the poll for which of the which series I'll play for an RPG series. But yeah, you should definitely check that out. Oh no! Yeah, Soul Blazer is one of my favorites. I'll take that. Well, then send all your friends to vote. Use them as collateral. All right, let's see if this. Okay, it does. I was wondering if it would loop back off screen or not, and you can just shoot it. Okay, that makes this a lot easier. If I can just sit here and wail on it. So, what's the third one? Is it gonna take a? Is it gonna take a? Yeah, it's gonna take a game for me to figure out the 3 different forms. I'm guessing that this is the same thing. Like there's three different forms, and you just have to kill the 3 forms. But I don't know. Yeah, you should definitely. I mean, you know, why not? If you've got more than one vote, then more than one person who you can influence to vote, then you should definitely use your influence. Oh, I can't quite figure out what the iframes are on the dodge. Although I will say that the fact that you do damage and that I actually killed him off of the slide, I'm kind of a huge fan of that. Yeah, so I need to be under this guy because that makes shooting the arrow way easier. Okay, and well, this is not the best situation. Maybe if we can... I don't know what that is and what I need to do to dodge it. I'll go over here. Let's hope that the little sparkles don't kill me. Oh, good. So there's a fourth form. That's helpful. Why is that helpful? I don't know if it is or not. I don't know what the secret ending is. I don't know how to get there. So if I get it, then it's just pure freak chance. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of glad if it makes the game shorter, then like it wouldn't feel like a real victory. It would feel very hollow. So. You know, that was probably too big of a risk that I just took there, because I should have... Oh, I didn't know that that exploded. I'm really lucky that that didn't kill me, because I didn't know that was going to happen. That guy's at least even. I don't know. Did you see my Super C stream and my and Contra 3? No matter how desperate, I'm in for this. I mean, I guess it's the masochist in me coming out, but yeah. Well, the weird thing is, so the first, just like, if you just asked me point blank when I first started playing this, I would say for me this is the single hardest Contra I've played. I mean, I even like Shattered Soldier, right? I like Contra, but yeah, this game is, I would have said that, but the more I'm playing it, it's like Drumble said, that once you get the, like, there's a lot of patterns, and once you get the patterns, and it's not bad. So, like this, dodge once, and then you're fine? Yeah, it's a lot more learnable than Super C. The thing that surprised me the most, though, without question, was how hard Contra 3 was. I did not remember Contra 3 being that hard at all. So that was kind of a eye-opening moment. But hey, I'm not taking any chances. This game has already killed me enough that, you know. In fact, if anything, I've learned that Contra is going to kill me enough that I'm not. If there's a butterfly on the screen, I'm going to be dodging that butterfly. Even if it comes with like the hearts from Zelda, like it's clearly like it's like a fairy. I'm still dodging it. That. Okay. I mean, I'll take that. I actually didn't mean to do that, but I'll take it. Yeah, I've started working on beating, actually, I wonder about that. I've started working on beating the games that, that I didn't on stream, but, you know, so far we're 1 for 4 at the moment, including this one, so that's not a great track record, but at the same time, they're hard games. Like, I don't feel bad. I feel a little bad about Contra, about Super Contra, because that just feels like, I don't know, the fourth boss there, the one where you're on the missiles, I didn't ever really get him down. Like, every other one of these that I've gotten to, and I've gotten to a boss, I've managed to get pretty good at it, figure their pattern out, and get them pretty consistent. To kill them pretty consistently. But that boss, I still don't have a good handle on the best way to beat him. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I ever did either. But that felt kind of disappointing. Like, that's the first real sort of feel-bad moment was how that boss battle went. I'm pretty disappointed with it. I really want to go back and play it some more and get good at it. That's high on the list. High on the list. I don't know where that guy hits me, so yeah, I gotta be careful with that. Oh, I definitely beat him, but I never felt like, you know how after a while you start to get to the point where you're like, okay, yeah, this, you know, you died to it, that's fine, but at the end of the day, you kind of got the feeling like you know what you're doing and you know what's going on, and if you get to the boss again, then you can take him down. I never got to that. I mean, I know how to do it. Just shoot the top one, drop to the bottom missiles, and wipe them out. And it doesn't really seem, for the most part, it doesn't really seem like. I just walked straight into that guy, didn't I? It doesn't really seem like it's that difficult, but for some reason, just getting the pattern and the rhythm down, I don't feel like I ever got the pattern and the rhythm down. I felt like the first time I played it and the last time I played it, it all felt about the same. Just a little bit more knowledge, but not any better execution. Which is, I don't know, that feels kind of bad. Like, I feel like I should be better than that. I feel like also I should have just played it on hard. But okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking might happen there. So now we can line up for this, and I mean, so yeah, well, there's definitely progress. I didn't die nearly as much. I think I've used, what, one continue? And making it through these levels, okay. Have I used a continue yet? I may not have this run, actually. So it's definite improvement. I don't know. Yeah, we're just gonna get back up here. You know, maybe the best path is just to stand all the way on the... No. Those guys muck with that plan to go all the way on the left. So that's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't like these little flea men guys. As far as fans go, I am not. So actually, I'm hedging my bet on that guy because of that problem I'm having with holding down forward and walking instead of ducking. So I figure, like, it doesn't hurt me to hedge my bets there. And, no, that stinks, actually. That just stinks because I wonder if this will do as much... Man, I keep thinking that I see... yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's got that. It's weird, a lot of this game is actually just like focusing... I guess when he goes underneath there, he flails, I guess, and I'm getting tagged by his butt. So yeah, this game feels like once you figure out where you actually should be looking and you focus on that, then it gets way more palatable. So yeah, that's what this feels like. It feels like most of the screen, there's a lot of busyness on it. But once you learn what you're supposed to be looking at, then it's not as bad. The laser's fine, but I kind of wish I had the machine gun. Okay, so let's I gotta wait till the last moment to roll underneath him, because that's definitely... Alright, so this is the magic spot, it felt like, where it's just like just underneath him. And then these guys, I don't like these guys, but it feels like, yeah, that's kind of, I think getting in that corner might have been a bad idea. I don't know, because you can't dodge, or you can't slide underneath that, but okay. So yeah, we didn't use a continue that first time, so that's pretty good. Like, I feel pretty good about that. Alright. Yeah, see, I can't figure out where that last... It's like he doesn't, that's the second time I've done that. Yeah, I wish there were a way to more easily figure out ways to play this with friends. Now, I do have the Contra collection on the Switch, so and it does have hardcore. So if you wanted to co-op this, then that's something that you know, I'd be up for doing a stream where we do actually co-op this stuff. That'd be fun. I gotta stop dying on that last guy. I haven't. Oh wait, no. This is not good. This is definitely the right weapon here. I think, just because it does so much damage. Yeah, don't like. Do not like. But I think the Contra collection on the Switch was... I got it for $10? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know how much you played it, but if our play is similar, then definitely. Will he change directions? That's my question. I love the fact that the slide does damage. I think it does, but I'll have to double check. This is not a good start to this. I'll double check it. But yeah, if it has online play, then you know that would be we should definitely play some online Contra, because that would be a lot of fun. We used to do a thing we called, I just walked into that one, that was stupid. I used to do a thing called Bonsai Mario, where, I mean, we couldn't do it in this case, but you agree to play the lost levels, and it takes at least 4 people, or else you just want to throw a controller. Like, it's horrible if you don't have a bunch of people. But if you have a bunch of people, you play it, and the agreement is that you never let go of the run button. And on every point where you would continue, you okay, so I'm just my problem there is that I'm too far away from him. So yeah, you just never let go of the run button, and every time you hit the continue on you play it on the Super Nintendo All Stars, and every time you hit continue, you you have to pass the controller off to the next person. And yeah, I mean, you look like such a good player, and you do the craziest nonsense, and then you just randomly decide for some reason in your head to just walk off of a ledge and die. And it's horrible. But it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Alright, so I need to... Okay, that doesn't work. Obviously. I'm having trouble dodging those little dots. This is kind of going south. Like, I was getting into a rhythm there. I'm gonna concentrate on this for a second and see if I can just focus on this and knock it out. Because I think I've got the pattern down. I'm not too worried about that. And I got to be careful about when this guy ducks and not getting, like, if he does that, it's fine. But if I'm at the end, of that, then there. Okay. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're dying very, very efficiently to this boss. But very efficiently to this boss. Specifically this version, because I keep messing up and... oh, that's... Okay, so it's just... or at least it looks like the answer is to just roll underneath that. Cool. Cool. Well, that'll do. Now, if I can not die to the stupid little stompy bits... Actually, I probably... Yeah, okay. Or I could die the very first thing to the stompy bits. Oh, it's super... See, I mean... If we think we're doing well, then we're just gonna walk straight and try and headbutt the boss. And yeah, that ends about as well as you'd expect it to, which is not. I don't know, it's one of those things where you start to get, you know, like you've got a pretty good pattern down, and then you just start to completely mess up the pattern. Yeah, we're in that stage of this boss. Like that, I know I need to dodge, but that sounds dumb. I know I need to slide, but yeah, decide not to for some reason. I thought so. I guess you have to hit those arrows at the tip, and you can't hit them on the shaft, because that's what I was trying to do there, I think. Okay, well that's good to know. I haven't actually died that way yet, so that's kind of a good thing. Yeah, so it definitely feels like the answer here is to slide underneath them before they... Come on, got it, okay. Alright. This guy... Let's see if you can handle this. What if I can't? What if I don't want to? It hurts! Alright. I can't, yeah... Okay, so I guess you have to slide all under the first jump there, because you can't actually, it doesn't look to me like you can get between the two. Drummel, do you know about that? Any experience with that? Whether you can slip between the body there and the jumping T, or whether you can just or whether you have to slide when it hits so that you don't get hit. I'd be interested to know. Interested parties would like to know if you consider me an interested party. That guy, I hate that guy. I hate that. So I know you just joined, but I really wasn't trying to give you an example of how efficiently we were dying there. That was just doing it naturally. So. I kind of want. I mean, I do kind of want to play some of the other characters in this game. It's. I don't know. I want to see how they differ and what it's like. But I can definitely see how playing. I think you said Sheena. I think that's right. If Sheena has the really long slide with the extra iframes, then you know that would be. I kind of would like to see that. Okay, well, I mean, I think on that one part I might have to do a little bit of a cheesy strat, just because clearly standing between the boss and that T is getting me killed with 100% consistency, so that seems like maybe that's just the wrong thing for me to do anyway, but... So, yeah, Seth, one thing you should also know about this is that there seems to be a trend in all of the Contras for me where I always die I always die on the first level in some really dumb way. And in this one, it seems to be that red dude. Right at the beginning there. It seems to get me every time. And it's like, Contra 1, we beat the game 3 times on stream. Not really, you know, quite doing that justice in this playthrough, but, yeah, it was just one of those things of, the first level, every single time, I would just take one stupid death, and that's kind of set the tone for the rest of these. And it's been super fun, but but yeah, it's definitely a thing. All right, so we're gonna try, if he does that, we're gonna try just ducking. You are right, ducking works just fine. I do like the fact that he tends to, okay, ducking doesn't look like it's fine if you're at the very end, so I don't know whether that's always the case or just sometimes, but ducking does seem to work. That's a perk. For beating the first Contra, it also took about an hour and a half, so we're a little bit behind the curve on this one. I don't know how many levels there are in this one. So this Contra is the one I've played the least of, and it's also the one I know the least about. So this is almost a cold play. I did a little bit of research into what the mechanics were, because the slide and the aim lock, those things, or the different shot patterns, I did look into those just so I had some idea of what the mechanics were, but I didn't, you know, I saw a couple things in looking at that I didn't need or want to see for spoilers, but I made sure to read as little as possible, so, you know, you're seeing where we've gotten is, excuse me, is as far as we've gotten, but you're basically seeing the initial reaction to this stuff. Oh. Not bad, but well, I guess it depends on how you define not bad. This guy's not bad at the moment. Though he does randomly get shots in on me because of his little eye laser there. It's hit me a couple times where I haven't quite known where it's going to go. Like, I definitely should have jumped there. That was just lucky, but... So, yeah, that stinks. That just doesn't do enough damage. I was trying to swap weapons, and instead, I changed my shot type, so... Yeah, that was awkward. I think I get it back here, though. Okay. Yup. At some point, I'd like to do some more streaming than just what I'm doing right now, but unfortunately, the situation we're in, since we're all cooped up because of everything that's going on, I just can't. Yeah, I did not mean to do that. What the? Oh, okay. See, that's where I'm talking about, where I wanted to swap weapons, but I was holding down the fire button, so it swapped shot type instead of swapping weapons, and that went real south from there. And I don't... That's starting to bug me a little bit about this game. I mean, it's fine, like, I get the... I get... kind of like, what else are you going to do on a 3-button controller, right? If it had the 4th button, then you could swap between it, or the R and the L, so it's sort of a pity, but... I wish there were a way to disable that. Because, like, you know, to set the game up because you have a 6-button controller. Because the 6-button controller, all top 3 buttons will, all top 3 buttons will swap you between shot 1 and shot 2, so I just wish it would recognize the fact that I have a 3-button controller, but that's, you know, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. Though it is way more helpful to swap with the 3 buttons than not, which, you know, maybe I should practice with the 3 buttons on the 6-button controller than to do that without. So maybe I should practice it just using the original, like, 3-button setup instead, because it would be better, and it would make me better at actually doing it. But unfortunately, I think this is perfectly legit. I wasn't sure, but I had to try. It looks like it does work. Cool. Alright, well that's a nice... That makes that boss pretty easy. Pretty easy and pretty free. Alright, well we're back to the wall. So yeah, it seems like in Contra 3 I think it was... Yeah, it was stage 4 that walled me on Contra 3. On Contra 1, stage 4 was my wall. On Contra 3, it was stage 4 that was my wall. But I think it was stage 3 in Super C. So it looks like stage 4 takes the cake, though, for in general being the hard wall. Just fine. Man, that just doesn't do any damage. Homing does so little damage. I mean, it's kind of useful against these little twerps, but... There it is again. I was trying to swap weapons and I was holding the shot, so that was kind of unfortunate. But now, you know, this is a better situation than we've been in. I have a bomb! Yay! It's kind of exciting. Alright, I guess I'll do that and I'll swap back to shot 1. Didn't really mean to be on shot 2 there. Alright, so stay very far away from that guy. And then just... Okay. So yeah, figured out that arm where he just swings that out and grabs it. Well, I'm gonna try and keep the bomb now, I think, for let's see, this is probably better. I'm gonna try and keep that bomb specifically for this boss, although again, like, shifting weapons in this is not... That was embarrassing, but whatever. Yeah, if I can keep the bomb for the final stage here, then I think I'm fine. I think I should use this weapon for the first part, and then swap over afterwards. So as long as I can not die in a dumb way here, then we should be good. Okay, that was pretty good. I'll take that. I think that maybe, yeah, I definitely want the spread here, just because it, yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. That was my bad entirely. But, okay. Maybe I should use it here, actually, and that was too early, wasn't it? How's that for wise? That was wise, right? That, I mean, isn't that the definition of... Yeah, okay, that just went south fast. Wise was just wasting it, right? Right? That was bad. I'm getting kind of nervous on this boss now, I think. I think that's part of the problem, is now it's just like, this guy's handed me my backside how many times now, so I'm just kind of like, yeah, exactly like that. Like, I know I'm just kind of getting antsy and making dumb mistakes like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they do both start with W, but ending with W, one ends with a big fat L. Alright. Let's see if we can't do better than this. I mean, this, it feels like when you're on your last life that you've kind of wasted it, but... Actually, that kind of works out well. I think I'm gonna try this because it does more damage. And I'm just gonna try and see if, okay, so that really doesn't work. Okay, that definitely works. Alright. Okay, well this is not good, because I do not know what to expect here. Oh, okay. Gonna turn into a tank and shoot me in the face. I guess you have to duck when he does that, huh? Cool! Does he change forms more than that? Do you know, Drumble? Do you remember? Is that it? Like, he changes... Does he necessarily change forms, or can you kill him before he changes forms? Is it damage-based, or is it cycle-based? Yeah, I'm just getting nervous now. Oh, good. Well, that's not encouraging. You did say this boss was hard. Yes. Yep. Well, I hate to prove a point, but... I hate to prove a point, but I guess I'm gonna, huh? Oh, there is one. Okay, I didn't think that they actually dropped the bombs underneath them, because I hadn't seen one go there yet. But well, level 4 being the oh, is this level 3? I'm losing track. I don't know. Is this level 4 or level 3? Not sure. Can't remember. The trick there, though, I think, is actually for me to be sliding at the point where I'm actually doing damage to him. Because if I wait to the last moment, then not only does it reward you for not getting killed, which is a pretty big reward, but it's also rewarding you for by doing damage to him. So that feels good. Well, I kind of wish that that I had I wonder what the... Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that's really unfortunate to take the death, but that makes sense. So, yeah. Okay. What made sense was the fact that, you know, I already know I can't do that. I don't know I'm trying to do it again. I'm not a fan of this boss. Not a fan of this boss. Yeah, he's too close there. Okay. Okie dokie. Ugh. Oh, that just came out of nowhere. I haven't really had much trouble with this version. I mean, I haven't had that much trouble with this version until now. That was rough. That was kind of disappointing. Okay, so I don't know whether this is stage 3 or stage 4. So let's find out. Alright. Don't know if this is stage 3 or stage 4. So here we are. This is 1. Heh. I really wasn't sure that was going to work. I was just going to accept the death and take it on the chin if I had messed up, because why not? Alright, that felt like a pretty good dodge. So the big thing is I need to get better. I'm getting okay at weapon at stance swapping, but I'm still not very good at the actual weapon swap, which I definitely need to get better at that. And I have the first time I played this, I died there. Because of trying to go up the wall too fast, and there was still a hitbox on the robot, so I need to be careful about that because it would feel pretty bad to die there. It would feel pretty bad. I love that boss. I think that boss is just cool as all get out. Woohoo! I don't know which one I should actually guess. I guess what the one I want is that. Well, I think that probably does it the fastest because I can just. It doesn't matter where I am on the screen. Doesn't have the limited range. Yeah, that boss is really neat. I love the backgrounds in this game. They're really cool. I think they're For me, of all of the Contras, I think the backgrounds in this are my favorite. The laser does a lot of damage. Man, that does that every time, and that's... I'm spending too much time trying to figure out... We haven't really taken it there. That was unfortunate. If I'm in that corner and I slide, it always seems like he turns around and slides. And I'm just not being careful enough in my button press there, which is kind of frustrating because it always leads to like, you know, multiple deaths in a row when I do that. It's always kind of punishing. But it does seem like around that 2-hour mark. Is when, like, there's a pretty solid amount of progress, and then there's a little bit of a wall around the 2-hour mark, and then we start making some progress a little bit after that, like, you know, doing stupid things like that, but now actually recovering from them instead of just dying to them. So that's kind of nice. Kind of nice. I'll take it. And the homing does work on him. It just does work on him. I keep wondering whether I can fall off this chopper, and I mean, I can't. It's a Contra game. I can't believe that that's not a real possibility. Alright. I feel like this should take this down pretty quickly. Yes, okay. Good. I think it's if you're in the center of the helicopter there that it kills you, so try and get off the center of the helicopter. Because there's that one random death there, and I still don't really know why. Oh, I need to... Okay, that's better. Alright. Let's not do something stupid here, because I did last time. Multiple times. In fact, this was a bad moment. This was a bad moment. So weird, although I'm learning something about that now. Huh. So with the spread, if you aim down, you actually stop shooting for a moment. That's the second time that's happened. That was something. I just discovered how large a hitbox that had, because I stopped to wait for it to go underneath my toes, and apparently my toes were very much in line with that bullet. Awkward. That's a sad death. That's a sad death. That makes me feel bad. That's definitely a feel bad death. Whatever. Realistically, we were probably going to use a continue in the next area anyway, because it's the boss that I've been having trouble with. So we'll just take that one, take our fresh brace of lives, try not to die in a stupid way here, jump this bullet this time, and make this boss have a bad day, and then we'll call it a day on that. Sort of comes to the same thing. won't mess up on the next area, and it won't matter. It'll just be insane. I always jump there because it feels like if I don't jump, that's gonna go really poorly for me. But okay, right. So if we just hammer on that guy as long as possible, then it seems to go pretty well. And then we can swap over here to this and be in a happy place for a little bit here. I think spread might so on the boss in this level, spread might be the best weapon now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, it's nice to maybe the grenades are because you're always kind of close to them, but I don't know. Maybe I just want to get the stages. I mean, I kind of just want to get the stages over with as quickly as I possibly can. So okay, that felt okay. I still don't like these guys. They really are like flea men from Castlevania. They're just about as obnoxious. I should have slid. I saw it too, and I should have just slid, but I didn't. And I paid the price for it. But again, I don't really care because I don't think that. I think the key here is going to be just dealing maximum damage now that I'm thinking about it. So I'll try and do everything I can to keep to not do what I'm currently doing. This is yeah, that'll do. I didn't mean to do that, but that will do. And I keep feeling like I'm just snatching defeat from the jaws of victory here. It feels kind of bad. It really does. It feels kind of bad. I might go and watch some speedrun strats for this boss because just because I kind of like to know. I kind of like to know what the strat is. Okay, that went reasonably well. So that's a small bit of progress here. I think that this might be a mistake. Man, how did I'm really not quite sure how I get hit. I guess I hit the body there, but I'm not actually sure how I died there. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I don't like those guys. I don't like those guys. They're kind of my wall. I mean, until I start doing something stupid like on the bowl. I mean, the final guy is rough, but I also haven't really fought him that much. Like, I haven't really had a chance to. I haven't really had a chance to get. He is changing his timing on that. I haven't really had a chance to get used to the fourth form, or the fifth. I've got a little bit of chance to deal with the fourth, and I'm getting better at that. But where he turns into a tank, I've only seen that once, so that's not really helpful. Excuse me. So these guys... yeah, I mean, I know what I'm trying to do. It's just not particularly effective, so that's a thing. Alright, well, where are we at? We're still at 0. Every time I get to this guy, I have no lives left, and that's really causing me some problems here. Alright, so I just have to remember to do that. And then if I can get him to the next stage, then I think here I'm just gonna do that and see if that'll... no, duck. And hope... Ducking would be preferable here. What? What? Really? Okay. I guess I wasn't all the way in the corner. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Well, to be fair, I really thought I was safe where I was, and also, to be fair, I really wasn't. So, yeah. I have a lot of trouble when he starts doing that, figuring out where he actually hits, where his actual hitbox is. But if I just to... Yeah, you can't jump against this guy. That's what I'm doing against the centaur sometimes, is I'm just jumping, and if you jump, he just kills you. So that has to be a slide. There's nothing for it. That has to be a slide. And then I guess the other thing is when I'm now fighting against the tank, I know that I need to be sliding. I need to be sliding against him too. There's no reason to not be getting my damage in here. If I slide late, then yeah, okay. So if I slide late on him, that makes him a lot easier. And now we're back to this dude. I mean, I'm kind of okay with just taking my time on him because he's not that bad. I have the most trouble against these guys. Yeah, it's bowl, okay. That was better. I mean, I hope I can sort of replicate that again. Okay, so being in the corner against him really helps. So that's good to know. And then this guy, I've got the first couple stages of him. I think. Well, the first stage of him. Okay, so now he goes and he does his tank nonsense, which that's fine. I definitely jumped there. I am trying to get myself killed. Yeah, okay. I knew I was... I think... Okay, that doesn't do me any good. I just need to stop jumping that fast. Okay, well, that's... I mean, we beat the second stage, so... okay, I'm guessing he's gonna strafe me. That was dumb. That was really dumb. Okay, so... yeah. Yeah. About that. About that. Sliding against him is really, really, really good. Sliding against him is really good. I don't like this. I feel like I've put myself in a very... yeah. I did put myself in a very precarious spot there. When he's shooting off the screen, that's bad news for me. That's bad news for me. But again, I think I've got a better idea of how to handle these twerps, so... because I didn't realize that they do that based on where their center is, it looks like. So... and just shoot him. Well, that's a new way to die, at least. I mean, we haven't died that way yet. I didn't even know that was a thing. So, how do I actually know whether that's going to hit me or not? Because I was all the way in the wall that time. So, I guess it looks like if I'm facing towards him, that maybe it catches the gun, but I can't actually tell. Is that what it is? Do I need to be facing away from him and ducking for that to dodge? Huh. I'm gonna die to those guys at some point. I mean, this... yeah, let's not do that in safety. I really would like that laser, but oh well. Oh well. But I'm not crazy, right? Like, it does look like I'm all the way in the corner and ducking just like I was. Like, or am I just, like, in the heat of the moment and I'm seeing, I didn't even do that, but... okay, that's a thing. It sucks. I don't know. I'd really like to know. I mean, what I should do is, I should play this on something else, and where I can get a save state, and then I can sit down and actually test where the hitbox is there, just so I really do understand what's going on. I love the fact that that guy throws a car at you. I love that so much. I probably love that an unreasonable amount, but I love that. Ah. Ow. Excuse that. Neck is a little tense. That boss is stressing me out. Oh no, I got so greedy. I just got greedy there. Oh, that's totally my bad, dude. Oh man, that's You can see what I mean about, though, for some reason that side, if I'm on that side and I'm pressing a direction, it is not, it walks instead of ducks. I can't face right. I can't face right and duck. It's not really a thing that is consistent on this controller. I think if I wear the controller in, then I think that'll get better. It's brand spanking new. It's one of the new ones that Sega's still licensing the controllers out, and they're really good. They're really nice. I like them. I actually like them more than the originals. But yeah, they're really sensitive, which is a perk and a negative. Because let's be honest, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, and the thing is doing exactly what I want it to do, which I, probably have a moment where it might be a little bit smoother if it did some things I didn't really mean for it to do. Man, it's been a while since we've fought this guy so ill-equipped. I feel kind of ashamed of this particular run. It's kind of a step backwards, isn't it? Oh well. Oh well. Alright, so I think I'm far enough away here. I think I can get it before... Yeah, okay. Good. It'll be a rough landing. Yeah, it'll be a rough landing for the guy inside. For me, it's just fine. He's toast. He is toast. Ultra crispy. Not that I'm going to stop, and not that I'm going to give up on this, because I feel now there's a sense of pride, but, is the, other path, that boss, the boss in that spot, just as brutal as this boss is? Because I kind of like to know if that's the case. I'm not going to change paths. I said that we were going to play this, and we were going to, if we beat it, then we would change paths. So I'm going to stay on the path. I'm going to stay the course. But I wonder if the other path is not maybe a little bit better, or maybe that boss is a little bit I love it when it tilts away from me. That makes this easy. Yeah, you go ahead and rearrange your little Legos there. That's gonna go well for you. Woo! All right. Oh, I'm interested in knowing what the path for the other way is. If what is the boss? I mean, is this meant to be on, you know, all sides of the game? This is meant to be like one of the walls and sort of one of the difficult points because you're getting towards the end, or is it this boss in particular is just a hard boss and this is the path that I've chosen, so this is what's happening? I'm interested in I'm definitely interested in knowing. Okay, alright. Well, that's good to know. I do like how those twerps don't, those twerps don't, come after you with the missile in the car. Like, that's kind of a nice little grace that the game gives you. Alright, so when he starts coming towards me, then... Okay. Just stay down here and be fine. At least that guy's, you know, decent. Yeah, we'll just stay with this, I think. There is no escaping Norman. I do not need to blow those up, so I should not blow those up. Man, I hate that thing. I really hate the turrets in this game so far. They shoot so fast, and they correct their aim so fast. I always get here with 0 lives. What's up with that? That's sad. Well, okay. That's what it is. At least used to fighting this guy cold. Like, you know, that's the good thing is, and that's kind of one of the things I've really grown to like and appreciate about Contra is the fact that the more you die, like the better the game kind of makes you naturally, because you have to beat it on effectively a harder setting because you are more ill-equipped to actually beat it. And that, I don't know, that actually can feel kind of good in a weird way. Like, yeah, I may not be making the best decisions on that. Man, that's really annoying. That's really frustrating. Anyway, I may not be making the best decisions, but I'm also, like, playing it on, you know, playing it in the hardest manner because I have nothing to deal with what's going on. Although, that was annoying. That was annoying. Because what I was trying to do was actually slide and catch the arrows, because I think that if I can learn how to, no, bad timing. Oh, that was bad timing. But yeah, if I learn to actually catch the arrows with a slide and break them, then I think that will be a pretty big watershed against this version. Though normally he's the one who feels easy. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm having so much trouble with him, but that is how a lot of these games often feel, where you hit that break point and then suddenly have a lot of trouble against them. No, ever. Alright. Carp! Alright, these guys can go away now, please. Yeah, okay. Well, we're in the same old situation, aren't we? Where... so, at least... I don't know, let's see. I think I might have... I think if I am just swapping... I'm just swapping back and forth here. That rat. Well, that's gonna make this a lot harder. That's the second time that that's gotten me. Oh, I was in shot 2 again, where I can't duck. I've died more to accidental. Well, that's not true. I've died a lot to accidentally weapon swapping, though, where I am trying to be in one thing and I'm not, because I'm hitting the other button. That's, that actually is, a huge perk for the Super Nintendo version, having the extra button to actually swap, on command. That's a pretty big argument for Contra 3 being better than Hardcore. I hate to say it, because I actually really like this, and I like to give... When the Genesis deserves credit, I like to give it to it. But there's also no escaping that the setup for okay. Oh, this is gonna be a bad place. Man, there's literally, that's 2 deaths that I'm not sure I really could have done anything about. That's sad. Like, I felt pretty good there. Anyway, alright. Well, we're back. Every time I'm on this guy with 0 lives, or on this one with 0 lives, that makes me feel kind of bad. I did mess that up, and I managed to thread the needle, so that feels pretty good. Okay. I've got to be careful about that, but... Alright, so I don't think... So far, this hasn't been able to hit me, even from the farthest range. I'm all the way in the corner. We're going to find out whether this actually does hit you or not. Because... Maybe he comes up further on one shot, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know, but we're going to try to not... Alright, that... Believe it or not, what I was actually trying to do there was I was trying to weapon swap, not jump. Ah, yeah, and I did it twice. I mean, not weapon swap, I was trying to stance swap, and instead I hit jump twice. Oh, that mechanic is really starting to get my goat. That mechanic is really starting to get my goat. Yeah, I really like the fact that it exists, but I really don't like... Oh yeah, the Super Nintendo controller is infinitely better than the Genesis controller. And I've never seen the arrow take that sharp a shot for me until twice now. Okay, well, that's a thing. Alright. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to actually slide dodge, and instead I'm jumping. And I don't know why all of a sudden, like, I haven't had a problem with that yet, and now all of a sudden I'm having massive problems with it. But... Okay, this is a really bad spot for me to be in. And I got lucky that that didn't kill me. But yeah, the shot 1, shot 2 versus weapon swapping and it being, like, on the fire button, I mean, I guess they kind of had to because you can't, the jump button is too far away and it's used for slides, so it's already got, but the number of, like, double button press inputs on this game is, kind of egregious. Alright, so we're gonna get all the way in the corner here and just sit here. So I think I'm off this screen far enough that that won't touch me, but that is a super, super small window, as I'm learning. And then getting to the next area, I need to stance swap here so that I can just do that, and yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We still stand a chance, unless, of course, it does that. Crap. I guess I should have slid through the propeller there instead of trying to jump it. So if I'd slid instead of tried to jump it, I would have gotten the iframes. And that would have maybe helped me not take damage there. That guy. He always has to get a word in, doesn't he? Always has to get a word in. And all of a sudden I'm having trouble on this guy again. Man, I feel like that was right in the line of my fire. That's frustrating. Alright, this boss is now officially starting to frustrate me. Alright, let me get a grab a glass of water. Okay. Rethink the approach. It may be better for me to, I think I need to be more comfortable with the weapon swapping, because when I'm having to weapon swap in the middle of a fight, I'm usually screwing that up, and it's usually getting me killed. And then also when I'm trying to stance swap, like, those two things are getting me killed more than almost anything else right now. The rest of the game is certainly doing its job, but what the heck? He was literally standing in my machine gun fire and just didn't die. Alright, yeah. We're gonna restart this. I'm tilting. I need to step back and take a breath on this one. I wonder if the little robot actually is better because he has a smaller hitbox. That's so frustrating. At least the opening scene here is really gratifying, where you just get in a truck and drive through everyone. Like, I wish that I could just do that. That'd be nice. Alright. He has a double jump? Oh, man. I'm not sure whether that would get me killed more or less, to be honest with you. Because you know how it is when you've got a double jump? You just start getting in the habit of double jumping, and then you start double jumping everywhere where you shouldn't double jump, and then it just gets you killed, and sadness in the streets. Weeping and gnashing of teeth. I love how that guy has to get a wind up to blow the building up. I've got a cat hair on my nose that will not go away. Oops, I didn't. I'm gonna have to play this some more just for fun off stream at some point and test out the other characters. Because I kind of like. Yeah, that could teach you some really bad habits, couldn't it? I did, I did just start, playing with, each of the characters when I first got it. But I didn't play Brownie. I did try, whatever the wolf's name is. I did try him, and, ugh. He's good. I mean, I get why he's good, but he is kind of rough. So he does a lot of damage, but he's like get in your face and punch you kind of damage, and yeah, that's not. Thank you. Yeah, that's not very good for a Contra game. I have to get into. I really don't like being in this corner. This corner scares me because every time. Okay. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Because every time I'm in this corner, I try and slide, and it doesn't slide in the direction I'm trying to slide. So that corner scares me now. All right. That's better. So no death on stage 1. That's almost is that a first for no death on a stage 1 in a Contra game? I always die on stage 1. Yeah, I guess the next stage is only stage 3. Oh man, I feel really bad. I feel really bad at this game. That's just stage 3 that I keep dying on. Oh. Oh well. Oh well. At least with this, I swore I jumped too late there and I thought I was going to take a death. That's the other thing. In Contra 3, at least you, if you know you're about to die, you can swap your weapon real fast so that you don't lose the weapon you've got. In this, you try and do that, and all you do is just swap, swap stances. It's like, well, that wasn't helpful. At all. But I thought that might get... Actually, I have a feeling that just because all of these shots can hit, that this might be the best weapon for this guy. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overvaluing how... No? Okay. Alright, get out of the center again. Hop that up. I guess maybe I should title it Getting Good at the beginning of Contra 3. Contra Hardcore. Rather than the general generic Getting Good, because that might be called into question at this point. I mean, I sincerely hope not, but yeah, that's a thing. Oh yeah, that's a thing. For the most part, just walking forward here does with this weapon does seem to actually... Okay. Alright. Yeah, the level 3 boss is a nightmare, but this one is a cakewalk, so I mean, I guess it kind of balances out, but I don't know. And they hand you the perfect weapon for this guy, too. So that's a thing. Huh, yeah. With Fang, I wonder how you actually do damage to this boss, because from what I saw, he really doesn't have any way to do range damage, or not much. So, yeah. At least I'm getting to the point where I can set up for the next stage. I've got 4 lives. Like, going into this, it feels good, and yet I feel like I'm always at 0 when I get to that boss. I'd kind of like to have the spread against the Centaur, if I can keep it, because that feels like it would be the best thing against him. Like, if I could have whatever B weapon is on that, he does have some range? Okay, well, I mean, he kind of has to, like that. I would expect in this game, but I didn't see any of it. I saw his punch and a couple of things like that, but again, I didn't really play him very much, so yeah. These guys can get to be really, really overwhelming pretty fast. Okay, so I need to be here. But yeah, I feel like I don't know what the right weapon is. I don't know what the right weapon is for the first boss. Maybe B weapon, but maybe... No, I knew I jumped too early. I knew I was jumping too early. I was thinking to myself, don't do that, and then I did it. Okay, well, here we are. Okay. That's decent. I'm sad I took a death. I did not need to take that death. That boss is not that hard. I just get nervous on that one part and I mess up. So that's... I've just gotta... Okay. So that's pretty good there. I think I'm going to use laser on the bowl. I think I'm going to use laser on the bowl, spread on the Centaur, and then the I mean, effectively what I think of as crush, the grenade. Okay, so I need to swap weapon styles though. I need to swap weapon styles. I was worried there that I... Okay, that's fine. So then this is where I'm going to go for. This is the hill I'm going to die on, right here. Whether spread really is as good as I think it is or not. Though I find it hard to believe that it isn't. Okay. And then I can go here for this boss. And I just want to, if I can get them in a spot where they are not, where they're like a reasonable distance away from me. Okay, that was good. That was almost a travesty. That is a travesty, but whatever. We'll get that. Got 2 lives left and 2 bombs. So if I get into a really desperate spot here, then I can just... we're actually going to swap weapon styles here too. Okay. That's a start. Okay, gotta be careful not to... Okay, good. So now we're gonna go down here and stay here. And then this is just a thing. I'll take care of him this way. I'll swap over to the 2 bombs, use the 2 bombs on the next form, and then I'll need to swap weapon styles here. So, swap weapon styles, change the bombs, get all the damage in here that I can, and then swap back. Oh, nope, swap to the wrong thing. Alright, and then I tried to slide there, and that didn't work, obviously. Okay. No, that was stupid. Oh no! No! Crap. That was horrible. That was so close too. I think it does because it's hitting, like it's flashing like it's doing damage and like it's making contact. Man, I feel like that was just throwing away the golden opportunity. I feel like I should have had that one. But, you know, it's what it is. Yeah, that's really frustrating. That's kind of soul crushing, honestly. And we're back to this nonsense again. Oh, that time the slide got it. I don't know what. I mean, I've got an idea. I'm getting nervous on that boss too, and I just need to take a moment to calm down. And though I don't know what I do about that, because if I can't. Let me concentrate. That boss is really bad RNG. It's really, really frustrating. Because half the time it's just not a problem. Actually, you know what? A lot of these bosses are. The bowl, if I get hit by the bowl, then like it's just I don't feel too bad about that, because that's just like me screwing up my timing, and that's fine. But the others, with like the Centaur, and when he's doing damage to you, like where I feel bad because it's where the arrow goes, but hitting the arrow can be kind of just plain hard sometimes, so I don't feel too bad about that. How many stages are there? Is it the usual Contra? Yeah. How many stages are there? This guy does feel like a final boss. There's no question about that. Okay. Okay, got it. That's good. He does feel like a final boss. It is really hard. It is really hard. The thing is, it doesn't feel like it's unfair. It just feels really, really difficult. The thing that gets me on this part too is if you kill him in the wrong spot, then it just kills you for killing. Like right there, that was just purely lucky. Ugh. Oh, that doesn't say too much about how I'm doing, does it? This stage is at least, like, this is now easy now that I've managed to get far enough back. Right, that doesn't feel bad. These Contra games, they always seem to put just a wall in the middle of the game. So I think what I need to do is swap out... What the? How did I die? I really don't know what just happened there. Why did I jump? I don't know why I jumped. I don't think I hit jump. I really don't know why I jumped twice there. Huh. Okay. Is there an input buffer? Is it because I'm sliding and then jumping? I don't know. That's really weird. I mean, I must have hit it, but... was trying to hit fire. I might be confused about where my fingers are. That's... I don't know. That's rough. It's rough! Maybe I should play, Wolf, because this is... That was just dumb. That was just dumb. Alright. Let's get this back together. Feels like there isn't really a good place to stand on these guys either. Like, they're... Alright, that's got them. That's good. We're back to this guy. Oh yeah, the slide does... I mean, I don't know how much damage it does, but it does a respectable amount. That's usually how I'm actually killing the Taurus, is by waiting and sliding into him at the very last second. Yeah, I definitely want to go look at what speedrunner strats are for this guy, because... I mean, I'm sure that they're really hard to pull off, but I don't really care at this point. That's what there's that trying to duck this way and walking instead. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the speedrun strats take a lot of skill to pull off. But if I understood the pattern, then I think that would help me a lot. my idea was good there. It was just my execution was poor. Oh no. Is there another form after that? If there is, that sucks. Oof. Well, got him. Oh, that was rough. Well, if nothing else, we did it. We did it. That's the thing. Oh, God. Well, that was... okay. Oh, God, they throw... okay. That's... we're just gonna get pushed right back. Is that actually... no, there are... okay, good. I was like, oh no, that would be so bad if I didn't have any continues left, finally break that wall, and then just get wrecked. Okay, these guys, you know, I wonder if... nope, that's not the right way to go through these guys. Cool. What are you supposed to do on these guys? Because that's kind of... that's a hell of a way to start a stage. Oh, cool! We get to see a Buddha. Not really. We got a very brief glimpse of a Buddha. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Those things are irritating me. Oh, come on! Oh, this sucks. Alright, I don't like these guys. I'm just saying, I don't like these guys. Alright, so let's see if... okay. They hit you... their hitbox is the entire thing. I was thinking that their wings might not be hitboxes, so they might just have to body it. Yeah, I mean, right? Oof. Man. That's brutal, though, to face that boss and then to immediately go into just, like, instant... that's gonna... ah! Okay. Again, we're not... this is just like... ugh. The game hath decreed my time is done. That's not a good start. It's not a good start. Okay. That helps there. Helps there. I gotta get better at that. Man, I'm shooting that guy every single time. Except for by the time I turn around, he's inside my gun. And so he's actually in the barrel. And that's why I'm missing him now. I don't know what I did, but like it's like an hour there that I was not dying there, and I was getting through it just nice and clear with the laser. Everything's all fine and dandy, and I'm now just walking into that dude every single time, and I don't know why. I mean, I imagine it has to do something with like his spawn timing, but I don't know what that timing is. I can't figure it out. All right. Okay, Any Buddha is good Buddha, right? The ambience in this game is so sweet. It really is. I like the Buddha too. Like, I didn't know that existed, and I'm really happy that it does. I don't think standing right in the middle like that you actually get hit, but yeah, he namasted my backside. If I weren't trying to keep this stream PG, I'd say something a little bit different than that. He said namaste like Arnold Schwarzenegger says hasta la vista. And then terminated me. Oh god, that was a bad joke. I'm so sorry. I'm not really, but... He definitely ruined my day. Definitely ruined my day. Well, that later boss has gotten me much more used to, I think I'm actually, well, yeah, I thought I was a little bit close there, maybe, for when he jumped. Alright, and now we do this slide test again. Probably. I mean, pretty inevitably. Pretty much. Hi, Pepper. Come on. Come on. There you go. Well, this should make the game harder again. Come on. But we'll play with the cat on the shoulder for a little while. See how that works. Hi, Peppers. What you want? What you doing? What you doing? You gonna settle down? Huh? Huh? You just gonna stand there? Huh? Come on, you silly girl. You silly girl. Yep. Alright, we're settled. Now it's time to play on hard mode. Oh yeah, she loves this. Yeah. No, let's not go towards the keyboard. That could be bad. Yeah, this is gonna make this a lot more challenging. Oh, okay. Well, the cat got in her one death. It's really hard to play Contra when you've got claws in your shoulder. She is anchored and moored when she's in that spot. I mean, the cats rule the roost, right? So they can do whatever they want. I wonder if this gun's just like, I should just be using the I've never seen that attack from them. That's interesting. So that's... Oh, I thought he was dead. I thought him flying all over the place was going to be the end of him, but it was not. Right, this is going to get a little tense here, I think. Okay, no. Not the worst. Not the worst. I'm surprised that she's not actually standing there for longer. Because normally she I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. We need to take that down. Well, there. The other one is about to make an appearance, I suspect. Oh, here's the other one. Face. Penelope has to get in her cameo. Nah, I mean, this is gonna have to be the last run for this. So I kind of wanna just go for it and see if I can, you know, now that I've beaten that boss once, I kind of want to see if I can beat that boss again and do a little bit of a better job on it. I'm interested to know what the secret path is. You can tell me what it is, but I'm almost certainly not going to take it. Maybe if I have a moment of weakness. But I'm pretty good at not having moments of weakness. So pretty good. Unless it comes to collectible card games and video games, then I'm not very good at that. But don't judge me! Alright. Oh yeah, Seth, you haven't seen the cats yet. So the tabby is Pepper, and the calico is Penelope. Oh, cool. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Huh. Interesting. That's cool. I like that. Thank you. You're sweet, girls. The lady of the house didn't know she was a cat person until we got these cats. Very cool. I mean, there's... Well, no, that is... There are ugly cats, but there are very, very few ugly cats. Let's see, I want this weapon. Alright. I don't know. I mean, I love dogs and cats. Animals are wonderful. It doesn't... I mean, if I had to say, I'm definitely a cat person because I grew up with cats and I love cats and I've had a lot of cats in my life, but dogs are great. I like ferrets, but too. And actually, ferrets and cats get along really, really well together. But I've never been in a spot where I could actually have a ferret, which is kind of sad. Okay, so that gets that. We get another one of these if we die. So I think it's better to use this and try and take down this boss as quickly as possible. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, because I've got one life left, I'm trying to figure out where I died, and then I remember. We can't take the risk there of that. That's got to be... Alright, so this is definitely the weapon for this guy. This is definitely the weapon for this guy. And apparently I've swapped out of... Okay. Yeah, they are a lot of work. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. Alright, so if I can get these guys... okay. Yeah, so if I can just keep them away from me is what I was gonna say, but apparently they're just determined to come over here and play. So I've got a sense for when and where I need to... oh yeah, I need to not have stance 2 on. Yeah, that was not gonna end well, no matter what I did there, I think. You can if you want to. Have you ever been out? How many? Well, more like I'm sure you've seen it, but how many times have you gone out and actually seen a cat being walked on a leash? I'm surprised that the owner's still alive. I mean, you know, if I had both of my hands, I'd use the term owner in air quotes for sure, but. Who really owns a cat? Cats own us. Let's be honest. They're actually the bosses. I decided to stand there and try and take that. I really thought I was just gonna take that to the face and die, though. So I'm glad I didn't. Let's hope that they don't move. Okay. Okay. I don't like where I'm at right now, but I don't have too much of a choice on it either, so. Yeah, we had harnesses for our cats so we could take them outside when we had our house, but the apartment life not so much, and yeah, I miss having a screened-in porch, because then I did not slide in that direction. I was holding the other side. Blast it. I mean, I guess I did, but whatever. I think again, this is the hill we're gonna die on. But we had a screened-in porch, and that was awesome for the cats. They really liked it. Although I've got a funny story of where they were outside, and all of a sudden there was just this like full-bore panic, and they shot into the house. You know, scrambling so fast that they were scrambling over each other and couldn't actually get traction. Terrified. I was like, what in the world is going on? And it turns out I look over and there's this orange cat, this male cat face, and they're just sitting at the screen. You could build one. I mean, you know, it's a little bit of a pain, but if you look into it, I mean, it's really a pain because it's hard to stretch the stuff over. But you know, if you just want to do that and not have to pay the full price, it's definitely doable. Alright, I think this is going to be, I mean, this is going to have to be the last attempt anyway, but I think, alright, I did manage to get that, at least. Let's just see if we can beat this boss one more time, and then we'll call it a day. See, when these guys are in the middle, that's when they're at their hardest, in my opinion. Okay, that wasn't the worst. That wasn't the worst. So if I take shot off and do that, the stage that's really rough, although I think I may have figured it out last time when I was fighting him, is where he turns into the helicopter. Like, the helicopter is kind of nuts. But I think actually if you stand more in the middle of the level, then the helicopter becomes a lot easier. That's sort of my inclination. I mean, I'll try it. And then being in stance 2, and so you lock when you... I guess I never explained what the stance is. Stance 1 is free move while firing, and stance 2 means you stand in place while firing. So I think here, I still want to do this, and then I just want to get underneath it, and yeah, just stand as much in the center as possible, and yeah. Ah! Yeah, that's the danger of that. Yeah, I mean, I hit jump, but I was not trying to, obviously. I thought that was gonna get him. Yeah, alright. Alright, guys. I'm really frustrated at that guy. We'll just knock it out. If we can beat him, I'm gonna try and beat him and then call it a day if we can do it, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like at least getting a little bit of practice on this guy is something. But he is starting to frustrate me pretty heavily. My timing on the... what was that? What was that? Oh, no! Oh, boy. That was a thing. That was a thing. Yeah, let's dodge that. I almost jumped into it anyway. Alright, so if we're gonna call it here, or in a moment, then let's actually test some theories about where these guys, where you can stand on these guys. Because I feel like, okay, that was fine. So maybe the trick is... Yeah, I really did. I was gunning for it. Well, either I was gunning for it, or it was gunning for me. I'll leave it up to you to decide. Alright, let's actually, I think... yeah, I think this is actually the better thing, because, if I swap the shot 2 there, I know I can be as far off the screen as possible, because I keep running the risk of being in a bad spot for the other thing. So, yeah. I feel like here I should get in as many shots as I can there, and then the jump over. I feel like this is definitely how I should be. Yeah, okay. So that's the answer there. Yeah, that's the answer there. I think I've figured that guy out now. It's basically you just want to sit there and fire, and then just step just a hair to one side or the other, and yeah. We'll go die to the Buddha a couple times, I guess, because I've got spread at least. I've got spread, and that'll be a thing. I also don't like how when you pick up a weapon, it auto swaps to that weapon. Like I'd really like to be. I'd like to be able to set up for the next level and not. Yes, exactly like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The fact that it just forced me into a weapon that was not spread is what killed me there. I am not a fan of that. Not a fan at all. Alright, so now we get to Buddha. And... yeah, I should have jumped there. Okay. Alright, well, this shouldn't... I mean, I'm gonna try. It just feels bad to waste a continue, but we'll see what happens here, and then we'll call it a day. So what I'm actually trying to do here is figure out what weapon I'm on. There's so much going on the screen, it's really hard to see. Okay. Alright, well, we've got the Buddha with 1 life left, so maybe we can do something here. Oh, they'll full... Okay. I wasn't sure whether they would, okay. Okay, let's... I need to not be in free mode. Okay. Alright. Yeah. That was the thing. Cool, guys. Okay. Well, that was Contra Hardcore. Did end up making some progress at the end there. So that's the end of Contra for the Gittin goods for the moment. I mean, if people really want to see something go past this and go to like PlayStation 2, Shattered Soldier, and things like that, then there's a possibility of that in the future for a one-off. And I'm trying to get together some ideas for some one-offs. So if you want to go to the website or the Facebook page, which are linked, then go there and put down games you might like to see for one-shots. Try and keep it to cartridge-based games. If I've got them, then they'll definitely go for the loop. So I'm looking at... We'll do a couple more series that are like 4 weeks long. And we're going to do Castlevania next. We'll do Castlevania 1, Castlevania 3, Castlevania 4, and then Castlevania Bloodlines. Sort of a little bit similar here with 2 Nintendo, 1 SNES, 1 Genesis. And do that this way. Then after that, I'll put up another poll on the Facebook page and on the website, a straw poll with choices for what you'd like to see for Gittin goods for the next one, and I'll leave it up longer this time. So I'll post that on Tuesday right after the next video goes live. So check that out. Go check out the current poll of which RPG series you'd like to see. And yeah, we'll do that. I am going to come back and I am going to beat these games. I will not stream it, but I've got an idea for that might be kind of fun. So just be aware that if you've seen it on here and it hasn't been beaten, then you will see a video where it's beaten. So yeah, please like, please subscribe. Thank you for joining me, and yeah, have a good day.